Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Glad to be here.
Today, we're looking into a case that, honestly, has captivated and frustrated people for almost 30 years.
Yeah, it really has.
The death of Salman Shah, the Bangladeshi film icon.
And you really need to grasp who he was back in the 90s. Chowdhury Muhammad Shahryar Imam, that was his birth name.
Right.
He wasn't just famous, he was like a phenomenon, a huge star, incredibly popular, and then gone.
Gone way too soon. He was found dead September 6, 1996, at his home in Nueskatan, Dhaka. Only 25 years old.
Just 25. And immediately, the story wasn't straightforward. His family filed an unnatural death case right from the get-go.
Which sets the stage perfectly for what we're doing today, doesn't it?
Absolutely. This deep dive is all about that core conflict. The official rulings, mostly pointing to suicide, versus the family's unwavering belief that it was murder.
Almost 30 years of back and forth. Our mission is to unpack how we got from those initial findings to a case being dramatically reopened now.
Let's dive in.
Okay, so right after his death in '96, investigations start. Police, a judicial probe, the CID. What were they saying initially?
Well, despite the family's immediate doubts, these early official investigations, they landed on the same conclusion.
Suicide.
Yeah, unnatural suicide. That was the official line pretty early on. Seemed like they wanted to establish that narrative.
But it wasn't smooth sailing even then, was it? There was this incident in 1997. Kind of a blip.
A significant blip, actually. It shows things weren't as clear-cut as just suicide. This guy, Rezvi Ahmed, also known as Farhad, was arrested. And for a time, the case was actually being treated as a murder investigation based on his confession.
Wow, okay, so murder was on the table officially early on.
It was, but then he withdrew his confession, so that lead just sort of fizzled out. But it proves the authorities were looking at homicide, at least briefly.
Interesting. So after that early wobble, things quieted down until, well, much later. The big one seems to be the PBI report in 2020.
Oh, yeah. The Police Bureau of Investigation, they put together this massive 600-page report submitted February 25th, 2020.
600 pages.
Yeah.
That sounds incredibly thorough, almost like the final word.
That was certainly the intention, I think. And its conclusion was crystal clear. Suicide. Definitive.
What reasons did they give? I mean, 600 pages must have laid out a pretty detailed argument.
They did. They focused on his personal life, pointing to alleged troubles.
Like what specifically?
Things like a difficult relationship with the co-star, Shabner. Issues within his marriage to Samira Hoke.
Okay.
They also mentioned a supposed history of previous suicide attempts and general family conflict, basically painting a picture of someone under immense personal strain.
And the court accepted this. Case closed.
A Dhaka court did accept the PBI report, yeah. Officially, the case was closed based on that finding.
But the family, especially his mother,
Remember,
they never bought it, did they?
never, not for a second. Even with that massive PBI report, they consistently rejected the suicide conclusion. They kept insisting it was murder.
What was their counter-argument? Did they challenge those specific points the PBI made about his relationships or mental state?
Their focus seemed less on refuting the why and more on the how. They argued the circumstances of his death, the scene itself, just didn't add up to suicide. They felt the physical evidence, or maybe the lack of certain evidence, pointed towards foul play, something the official reports overlooked or dismissed. That was their constant refrain.
Incredible persistence against such a definitive official ruling.
Truly. And that persistence, against all odds it seemed, eventually led to this dramatic turn in late 2025.
Right. This is where it gets really interesting again. After almost 3 decades, the case is suddenly back.
And not just revisited, but a fresh case filed, October 21st, 2025. That's the key date.
And filed specifically as murder.
Yes, under Penal Code Section 302 for murder, and crucially, also Section 34.
Section 34. That's common intention, right? What's the significance of adding that?
It's huge. It means the accusation isn't just against one person potentially committing the act. It implies a conspiracy, that multiple people planned or acted together with the shared intention of causing his death.
So the family is alleging a coordinated effort. Who did they name?
The filing listed 11 accused individuals. Among the most prominent were his wife, Samira Hoke, and another actor, Ashraful Hokdan, usually just called Don.
Naming his wife and a colleague. That's obviously major. How did the court react to this new filing?
They accepted a revision petition from the family. This legal step basically forced them to reconsider the closed case.
So the court agreed to look again, specifically at the possibility of homicide.
Exactly. And they didn't just agree to look, they took immediate action.
What kind of action?
Just days later, on October 27th, the court imposed a travel ban on Samira Haq and Dawn.
A travel ban? That's serious. Shows they're not taking this lightly, despite the previous PBI ruling.
Absolutely. It signals a genuine reopening and a focus on the accused being available for this new investigation. The legal momentum completely shifted.
And things are moving fast now compared to the decades before. There's a deadline looming, isn't there?
There is, a very tight one. The court ordered the investigating officer handling this new murder probe to submit a report by December 7th, 2025.
December 7th. So very soon. That report could be pivotal.
It's the next big moment. Will this investigation finally support the family's claims, or will it end up echoing the past conclusions? We're about to find out.
Stepping back a bit, why do you think this case continues to resonate so strongly? It's more than just a celebrity death mystery, right?
Definitely. For one, Salman Shah's cultural impact was immense. His death left this huge hole, and the unresolved nature of it became a sort of national obsession almost.
Yeah.
It feeds into a broader public skepticism sometimes about official investigations, especially in high-profile, sensitive cases.
And it also perfectly highlights the challenges within the justice system itself, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Think about it. Conflicting findings over the years. Suicide, then maybe murder, then definitively suicide, now possibly murder again. Plus, the sheer passage of time, nearly 30 years. Evidence degrades, witnesses disappear or forget details. That retracted confession back in '97 is a prime example of how leads can just evaporate.
It seems almost impossible to solve definitively after so long.
It's incredibly difficult. But, paradoxically, the reopening now also says something powerful.
Which is?
It shows that family persistence, public pressure, maybe changing legal attitudes, they can force the system to re-examine things, even cases considered long closed. That revision petition was a key legal maneuver.
It demonstrates that finality, in the legal sense, isn't always truly final if a compelling reason to reopen emerges.
Exactly. The system had to respond to the legal challenge presented by the family. It's a fascinating clash between the needs for closure and the demand for truth.
So for you listening, let's just recap where things stand right now in late 2025.
Okay. Despite that huge 2020 PBI report ruling suicide.
Salman Shah's death is officially right now being investigated again as a potential murder.
Correct. Key individuals like his ex-wife Samira Haq and Dawn are currently under travel restrictions.
And the deadline for the investigators' report is December 7th, 2025. Very close.
The legal ground is shifting, currently leaning towards the homicide inquiry the family fought for decades to achieve.
So the final thought we want to leave you with is about this tension. The legal system needs closure. It achieved that on paper in 2020. But public memory, family insistence, it demanded the pursuit of absolute truth continue, leading to this 2025 reopening.
Yeah, it raises a big question. How long can a cultural mystery like this stay contested? At what point does the simple decay of time and evidence make finding the real truth, whether it's murder or confirming suicide beyond all doubt, actually impossible?
A difficult question. And perhaps we'll get a step closer to an answer, or maybe just more questions, when that report drops on December 7th.
We'll certainly be watching.
We encourage you to keep an eye on the developments out of Dhaka. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Thank you.